Hello everyone, this is Jay with another episode of the Digital Show. Today we have with us Arjun Rai, who is an founder and CEO of SaaS platform called Hellowoffy, and we'll of course let him tell us more about it. So hey Arjun, how are you?
I'm doing fabulous. Thanks so much, Jay. Hello from New York City, greatest city on earth.
Yeah. So let us know some more information about Hellowoofy and how are you helping businesses with your platform and
Yeah.
what analytics and what all features do you provide on your platform?
Yeah, it's a great question. So first off, we like to say smart marketing for underdogs. And yes, my dog, which you can see behind me in my Zoom background, is our mascot. And the reason why we say underdogs is because a lot of our small business clients, they feel like underdogs, right? So we have coffee shops, restaurants, coaches, podcasters, real estate agents, solopreneurs, women entrepreneurs. Majority of our customers tend to be women entrepreneurs. They then go to school to learn about marketing and copywriting and graphic design and social media marketing, right? This wasn't a class that you took before gym and math and social media or social
Right.
studies. You didn't take social media classes. So in our platform, what we say is smart marketing for underdogs is that we use a lot of complex technologies, which small businesses don't need to know about in terms of how that works, but it just works. It creates content as soon as you start typing a post. It finds images based on what you've typed in so far. We have some new updates coming out which will allow you to generate, captions and headlines there's just a lot of capabilities that the platform has. Now, beyond the content creation side, which is the number one thing, and by the way, on the content creation side, that's the number one
Mm-hmm.
question also is, how do I create more content? And I always say, take a look at your FAQs, take a look at your testimonials, take a look at, why people are, objecting to your pricing or your funnel or your offers, right? And then what are the
Okay.
solutions that you upsell them on that, gets them to come in. So that's on the content creation side. The second thing is distribution. Most small businesses only focus on social media if they even, think about it being important, which is very important. Social media automation only gets you about 5 to 10% conversion, if you will, or engagement or impact, which means 90 to 95% of your audience didn't even know that you posted anything that day or that week if you're only doing it once a day or once a week. So you have to diversify. So kind of like a wealth advisor, we recommend that you diversify your marketing channels. So we have blogging capabilities with Medium and WordPress automation. We have very soon we're improving our smart speaker capabilities for Alexa devices. We have Google Web Stories for search engine optimization. You can actually schedule content into search, which is pretty big. And then newsletters. We currently support MailChimp automation, and very soon we'll have other email marketing capabilities there too. So the point is to build kind of like an Uber of smart marketing. You click once, it goes everywhere. Um, and that's the vision of the platform. And so we started the company a few years ago. In the last 3 years or so, we've amassed about 16,000 members on our platform. Many of our customers bring in their entire teams. So, some teams have like 5 or 6 or 10 people on their platform on our platform. And yeah, we're just looking to scale up. One thing I will say is community is really important for anyone who's listening and looking to, be successful. Whether you're a chef or a podcaster or a real estate agent, your community that you have around you is going to be where you get your leads, where you get your referrals, where you make your revenue. So we started with 0 people in our Facebook group, and we obviously use our own platform to automate the beep out of our Facebook group called Content Masters. And Content Masters now is not only a great place for people who are looking to feel out Hellowoofy or currently use Hellowoofy to give us feedback and suggestions, but it allows us to raise a lot of capital for our own business. So here in the United States, one of the things that we do is equity crowdfunding, which means basically our customers, our followers, they can, completely strangers can invest in the company as low as $100 and own shares in the company, have the upside in the company, become an affiliate, possibly make that little investment back plus the cost of using HelloWoofy. Or if you invested a certain amount in HelloWoofy, a few $100s, a few $1,000s, you actually get HelloWoofy for free. So it's very much that hero's journey, that Robin Hood story where we want to help the underdogs.
Great, man. That's really awesome. So now you have been in the industry so far. So how has been your
Mhm.
experience working in the SaaS industry? How has it evolved? What
Yeah.
were the basic things that have changed gradually? And now how is the industry for new entrants?
Yeah, it's a great question. I remember back in the day going to Best Buy or Circuit City or all these big box retailers and buying CDs to then install and sitting there watching the executable file download and upload, install, and like spend hours on it. And then of course you had the SaaS industry come in and everything was software as a service on the web, right? The internet became faster and more capable. That the hardware that we were accessing became a lot better as well. So I've seen the progress of civilization and technology over the last 15 years or so. The benefit of SaaS is that you have that quick onboarding. You can click create an account, sign up, and start using it. That's typically how SaaS will work. Some people are like that you have to go through training, you have to go through a webinar, you have to go through an onboarding process, but that's still way faster than getting a CD, installing it, and waiting hours for it to install on your computer. And then of course, if your computer crashes and you lose it and you have to do it all over again. So
Right.
that's on the technology side. I think on the metrics side, because SaaS is so much more sticky, you get more revenue. So as opposed to selling one CD for $99, we sell for $99 a year, and we get recurring, revenue from that one individual. Plus, we upsell them into higher plans. It's super easy to get a higher plan. You don't have to go out and grab another pro version of a piece of software. It's a lot easier, and that allows us to also be more active with our community because we know what they're liking, what they're not liking, as opposed to wait an entire year for another release to come out. 86% of our customers pay for the whole year, and 14% pay month to month. So it gives us a good understanding of what features are doing well, what features are not doing well, and how to improve that. Um, and then once you know that, those metrics in real time, or it's dynamic, then of course
Mm-hmm.
your LTV, lifetime value, your churn, your average cart value, little details like that, cost of acquisition for a customer, and you're able to move the business in real time rather than wait, months or years to figure out make business decisions.
So yeah, coming back to the question, like, is it better to work now in today's generation in the industry, or was it better back then?
It's better now. I think human race is definitely making progress. And I love being a futurist and Star Trek as an example. And I think
Right.
we are heading towards that ecosystem where a lot of the things are universal. We want to build a universal marketing platform. So one message, all channels, not just social media. So that's our approach there. But if you take a look at Star Trek, a lot of things in terms of the government, in terms of currency, payments,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of it had become universal because when you have access to information, you have access to capabilities freely and for every person, no matter where they come from, then it pushes civilization forward. Today, unfortunately, we have barriers to entry on the payment side, which is what crypto is allowing us to do. When crypto is done the right way, it allows us to break those barriers. So you can be in, Ukraine and you can be in the US and support one another financially without having to go through intermediaries, as far as the payment side is concerned, or on the information side, right? People who have access to the internet without getting censored. There are a lot of countries around the world that censor the internet and access to information and freedom of speech. They're actually holding their own civilization back and their own development back because they're censoring. And long term, there's no place for countries like that. There's no place for governments like that because democracy and freedom of access to information allows for better business practices, allows for higher innovations. There's a reason why the United States is the leader in a lot of the innovation, the technology that has been occurring for the last century,
Mm-hmm.
is because we have that ability to take advantage, honestly, take advantage of every single mind, every single talented person, as opposed to only a few that have power and the rest have to follow. It's a better business model, if you will. Democracy is just a better business model.
That's a great perspective. So there now we know that there are many other players in the market who do the scheduling and
Mm-hmm.
creation of like what you can call it, the creation of posts and social on for social media and everything. So what is the one thing like that Hello Feed does differently apart from its competition?
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at a model right now in front of me, and if you go to Woofy.ai, you can actually see how we've kind of built a human genome of the language, how
Hmm.
certain words and certain hashtags, certain emojis, they tend to be used with one another. So we've built a complex network graph generator that'll show you those relationships, and based on those relationships, we automatically complete the sentences and the words as you start typing in our platform. And we have a patent on it, super unique to our platform. And that's where we came in and we said, hey, you don't have to know everything. We'll help you so long as you start. You start typing, it will complete the rest of it for you. So that's super unique. The channels that we have that we support are all of our competitors, the big ones, especially the publicly traded ones. They only focus on social media marketing, and it's
Right.
been focused on for the last 10 years, 15 years, but no one has really gone into Web3 marketing channels, the new and emerging marketing channels. We have plans to do direct mail by early next year as well, because we know a lot of our real estate agents, they still do postcards and that works for them. So imagine having a 1 week campaign. A postcard is supposed to be delivered on a Friday. From Monday to Thursday, you do newsletters, you do social media, you do blog posting, maybe 2 blog posts. You have a drip sequence for a whole week. And then on Friday, of course, you get the postcard to your customers.
Great.
And then of course on Friday it could be like on your smart speaker, if anyone is truly following it, wants the latest and greatest properties that they want to check out this weekend, you can schedule to an Alexa device, like the one sitting in front of me, and I can upload 5 videos of the top 5 listings in that town, in that city, that are available for open house that weekend, right? A quick tour, a quick video, you can click on the link on your speaker and go sign up. So that's the vision. That's the vision, to be able to do that at scale, so that you don't have to fuss with 5 different products, 5 different channels. You have one Hellowoffy.com platform.
That's really unique. So, oh, are there any special offers for Black Friday running right now, or are you guys expecting to launch anything soon?
Yeah, we're gonna definitely be announcing some specials. So take a look at hellowoofy.com, sign up for our newsletter, follow us on all of our social channels. That's how you get the notifications. Plus, join our Facebook group. It's called Content Masters by Hellowoofy, and you'll see every single day people are telling us what's working for them, what we need to improve, what we need to add as features, as suggestions. It's probably one of the most active groups of any SaaS company that you'll ever see. I think the next one probably will be Russell Brunson's ClickFunnels group, because people do really genuinely care about their business and how we help them and other small businesses as well. And so join Content Masters by Hellowoofy, and you'll see discounts and other capabilities in there. For my 31st birthday, I had the 31 users that signed up after I made the announcement. They got a massive discount, for example. So we announced it in the Facebook group.
Awesome, awesome. I'll definitely put a link in the description. So now we know that every SaaS business does this, but what does one like get a test audience for a product? Like you're developing a product, we know it takes a long time. So how do you
Mm.
test your product in front of an audience? How should the test audience look like? Where do you find it? Where did you find it for
Um,
Helloworthy?
yeah, we were very honored to be working with AppSumo early days and finding our niche of solopreneurs there. We then continued running
Mm-hmm.
Facebook ads. We continued doing a lot of collaborations with, um, personalities, celebrities, influencers, well-known marketers in the industry that are highly reputable and looked up to. And not only did they sell our product, but they also gave us a lot of feedback because they're the experts, right? They've been around the industry way longer than I have. And so that's how we started. And then we continued running Facebook ads. We continue running promotions. We actually have another app that we are now using as a lead magnet, which is called Self-Tack, which you're seeing on my right or left, on as a Zoom background. And Self-Tack, SELFTACT.com, is selfies for contact, which is when we were going to networking events, when obviously everything was finally back in person, I was still taking selfies with people and then opening a notes app to take their contact information down, so I could see it chronologically. And I was like, this is so cumbersome. So our Self-Tack app actually allows you to take a selfie, get the information right in that photo itself, and then it'll automatically create content to email, content to text, and it'll add the selfie and your contact V card all in one message under 1 second. Plus, you can open Google Maps and you'll see exactly where you met people. So I actually have
Great.
my self tag
Awesome.
in front of me right now, and I have like
Hmm.
I don't even know, like hundreds of pins all over the world: LA, San Jose, San Francisco, New York, Dubai, India, different parts of India. And you can start seeing very quickly how you're traveling and where you met people. And you can be like, oh, I remember meeting someone in New Delhi. I remember meeting someone in LA at this conference at this street. Let me zoom in and find that contact information. So we visualize it quite a bit. We have some new products coming out for paid ads and managing comments, because that's something that small businesses need help with. So stay tuned. Join Content Masters. That's where we talk about all this stuff.
Definitely. So now you're telling me that you have around 1600 users on Hellowoffy, right? So what are your current business aspirations, as in terms of maybe users, maybe in terms of revenue?
Yeah, we want to get to $100 million valuation in the next 3 years. We'd like to IPO and list the company on NASDAQ under WOFY as a ticker. We want to get to over 100,000 users with an average cart of 2,000 spend. Right now we have at just under $200 average cart spend, because we're the lowest in the industry as far as price points concerned. Obviously, no guarantees. If you're looking to invest in our company, do your own financial due diligence as well. But those are some of the aspirations and goals we have, and that's where we're coming from. And obviously, our customers will continue being able to join the platform as a subscriber. When we run our equity crowd funds, you can
Hmm.
invest in the company as low as $100 and continue having the upside.
Great. So you were telling about being listed on AppSumo a few years earlier. So how was the
Yeah,
experience, and where was there an LTD for Hellowoofy, and is there anything gonna come
yeah,
soon?
we do have
Yeah.
we still have lifetime deals, but they're grandfathered at our yearly rate, so we'll never increase the prices on you so long as you fall within that time frame.
Okay. Okay.
Because we're going to get rid of the lifetime yearly deals very soon as well, and you'll just be subject to annual increases in prices. But for the most part, we did one-time fees with AppSumo. We then did one-time fees ourselves, and then we ended that in April 15th, 2020, midnight Eastern time.
2020.
And then
Right.
after that, we did yearly prices. And that's just to continue building the business, continue improving the platforms, and continue adding features and benefits. But it really comes down to the small business owner investing in themselves. Because if $50, $100, even our top end prices, which are $1,200, if that's too much for you, then you're definitely not investing in your business, because we're the
Hmm.
lowest in the entire industry, and you're not even using the lowest price point product with the most capabilities, the most functionalities, and the patents backing it, and thousands of users backing. If that's a question mark for you, then you've got other issues in your business that you need to address. And you need to be investing more into your small business.
True. That's great. So I make sure that I ask this question to every experienced person out there. What will be your advice to the new entrants in the SaaS space? One thing you'll like to recommend people, one thing you'll like
Yeah,
to
talk
tell them about.
talk to
Yeah.
other talk to other SaaS founders and constantly be in touch with SaaS investors so that you understand how the founders succeeded or not. You get the lessons, and then you understand from a business standpoint what investors are looking for. Because eventually, whether they invest or not is not the point. The point is you need to be able to understand what are the optics, the metrics that they're always looking for, your LTV, CAC ratios, and all that stuff, so that you have a business model you're building. So in our case, like for example, again, no guarantees, no financial advice here, but in our case, one of the things that we look at is your LTV, or our LTV, our average cart value, the average amount of money that a customer or a stranger will put into our campaigns when we do equity crowdfunding. Um, and so, for example, it's our LTV is about 600, 650. Average card is about 160, $200. The average Reg CF, check is about $300, $315. If you combine that, let's just round it to $1,000. Our CAC has been running for as low as $20 to $50 so far. A $50 to $1,000, comparison ratio is
Mhm.
darn good. in terms of being able to get return on capital invested over the next few years, right? Because LTV is over several years. Plus our churn is going down, retention is going up. It just makes the business model a lot better. Most SaaS companies don't even think about letting their customers be a part of the cap table, be a part of the business. They just want their subscription and then call it a day, and then increase prices on them. But in our case, we want to build a business with the customers that we set out to help.
Awesome. So where can people find Arjun Rai? Where is he most active on which platforms?
Hellowoffy.com is where you can find all the information, and then follow us on socials, Instagram, TikTok, especially Facebook, Content Masters Facebook group. You'll see me there, and if you post something there, you can be definitely sure that I'll respond to you in video format, because that's what I love doing, is responding to people in comments in video and answering questions, and so you won't get a generic answer. You'll get me to actually respond to you.
Awesome, awesome, man. Thank you so much for doing this interview. This was
Yeah,
very energetic and very insightful. I would really love to have
sure.
further conversations on SaaS and it's like all the things you have been through all these years. There's a lot of
Yeah.
experience with you right now, yeah. And I see you have been a founder of a lot of companies. You have worked in various verticals of social media. Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
S-
Yeah,
So yeah, I would really love you to share that with our listeners. And thank you so much for
sure.
doing this once again. It was an awesome
Thank you.
interview.
Virtual hugs from New York City. Take care.
Great.